All right, welcome. Happy Thursday. This is Total OS Today, total technology for beginners and beyond. I dual boot between Windows 10 and Linux. Some Linux desktops. Some others I've given them the boot. Welcome Analog IDC, Logan Graham, Rick Biz, DistroTube. Derek, how are you? DistroTube says Temporal Anomaly Thursday. Sure. Aye, Captain. Sensors show an anomaly. What should we do, Captain? Check off. Forget about it. Let's warp out of here. Haha. So, I don't know. DistroTube started to blame him. How's everybody doing? Mic check, check, 1, 2. Anyway, let me get situated, have some notes. Alright, got that. Got my phone ready. Okay. Popey! Alan Pope, how are you? Alan, one of my favorite guys from the UK, and Alan, of course, you know what the UK stands for, right? Come on, you know. Linux is only painful if you swallow it whole. If you cut it up into small pieces, it's more manageable. I would have to agree, Alan. Very good interpretation of why Linux is sometimes painful. I forgot the title. Gentoo. Yahoo! Is sometimes painful. Hey, wait a minute. I'm the comedian here tonight, so, cut it out. I'm doing good, Alan. Thank you for asking. How are you? And how's Marty? How's Martin Wimpress? I'm still enjoying my fabulous Ubuntu Mate. Yes. If you're having trouble with Linux being painful, just swallow the Ubuntu Mate pill and you'll be fine. Haha. Chris Delver. GNU Linux is fun. If we didn't have some bad, we'd not have the fun. Well, you gotta have the good with the bad, right? Yes. We'll get started here in a few minutes. This is a topic that's been on my mind for a while. I thought I would do it tonight, a special Thursday edition that's not too late for my friends in the Ubuntu kingdom. Right, Alan? I've heard good things about the upcoming 18.04, both Mate and Ubuntu, regular Ubuntu. Once again, music is from the YouTube audio library. Free tunes. There's hundreds of new tunes. I just picked about, 10 or so, 11 for tonight's show. This is the playlist if you are interested. Brooklyn, Cali, Buzz, Country Gentleman, Hilltop, Mirror, Mirror. That was a Star Trek episode, just not a song. Mysteries, Old Vienna, Reverie, Room for Two. Yes, I need room for two for Linux and Windows 10, please. So long, the last song would be entire. I picked these at random. I hope you like them. Oh, that's right. For you, it's a little bit late. Sorry. Well, I try to do these at different times, Alan. I'll go through this as quickly as I can so you can, chime in. Okay. All right. So I'll give you, let's see, about 5 of my top reasons why choosing a Linux desktop, a Linux distro might be painful. Some of these issues, these painful issues, are not as prevalent as they were, say, 10 years ago. So let me go right through this, and you guys can chime in. My number 5 on my list, the top 5. Okay, Alan, good. Number 5 on my list on why Linux can be painful is confusion. Which Linux-based operating system do you use? If you go to DistroTube, there's a lot of information here. If you go to the list, and this is not wholly scientifically accurate, I understand. But if you go to the list, there is 100 choices, not counting the forks and offshoots. And if you are completely new to this, this can be ultimately confusing. Now, You could gamble and say, well, Toss, I'm totally new to this. Why not just pick number 1 on the list? And for beginners, I think Linux Mint would be fabulous. I'm not sure about number 2 or number 3. Ubuntu, maybe. Number 5, Solus, maybe. Antergos, maybe. Elementary, maybe. Fedora, nah. True OS, forget about it. Boy, talk about painful. That Lumina desktop is awful. OpenSUSE, I don't think. Number 11 would be Zorin, or Zorin LIte would be good. But overall, choosing a Linux distro, if you're not sure and if you pick the wrong one, can be extremely painful. But that's what I'm here for. Total OS today was designed for beginners. Yeah, I've been there, done that. Hopefully, I've taken all the pain out for you. I hope. So that's my reason number 5 is confusion. All right, number 4, why Linux is painful, is gaming. Linux is getting better when it comes to gaming. There's no question about it. But for a majority of you who don't use Linux, or maybe seldom, it's gaming. Let's face it, when it comes to gaming, right now, Windows is still king. Ironically, for myself, my favorite game is neither on Windows or Linux. It's Halo. Of course, the classic game introduced to the world back in 2001. What can I say? Halo rocks. Not only the games, the books, the music is fabulous. But when it comes to gaming, for some of you, you have to stick with Linux, and I understand. Pizza Loving Nerd says Linux isn't painful. Try True OS and let me know what you think. Ben Fitzpatrick says back on Windows 10, Linux was painful for me. I just had too much pain with it. At the end of the day, I just couldn't find one without pain. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, keep with your comments. I have a few more reasons here. All right, so number 3 is your specific hardware. Whatever you need to hook up doesn't work. In the past, that's been printing or printers. Some of you still have issues. I can tell you that when it comes to Linux, HP printers are the best. Hands down, period, in my tests. Some of you, well, for me, I cannot hook up my iPad mini. I cannot hook up my Microsoft Zune. And I still have problems occasionally hooking up my my Android phone, although that's been fixed. That's DistroTube, that's true. It's not really Linux, it's a form of Unix, so I guess True OS is like a distant cousin. But I know there is a Lumina desktop for Linux. Anyway, number 3 on my list, you need to have specific hardware or specific software that just does not work the way you want it to in Linux, and I completely understand that. Number 2 on my list, Linux bugs. Let's say you downloaded ABC Linux version 1. Works great. You download the update ABC Linux version 2. Bugs, or software or pieces of software that worked before suddenly don't work in version number 2. It's probably more frustrating than painful, but I've been there, done that. But that's to be expected. Now, sometimes with a new distro version of your specific Linux distro, there may be updates coming down the line. But that can certainly be an issue if you're used to everything working out of the box with all of your specific software, and for some reason it's not working the way you want it to. Completely understandable. So far we have confusion, a lot of distros. Is number 5. Number 4 is gaming. You love your games and Linux doesn't cut it. Number 3 is you need specific hardware and or software to make it work for you. And number 2 is bugs or bug regression. What worked in the past does not work with a new version. Now I suppose that can happen in Windows too. Anybody want to take a guess what the number 1 reason is why Linux might be painful? I'll wait a minute or so. And this is very sad. It shouldn't be like this. This has never happened to me because I have no ego to bruise. But my number one reason is, well, I'll wait a second. But I can see why if a newbie has an unpleasant experience, they are done with Linux. Solus is the best, okay. The only thing painful is choosing a distro. Well, that's painful, I suppose. Except for the fact that you can freaking install XFC, okay? But at least you can choose not to update and break things in Linux. Okay. Linux would be more painful if not for YouTube. Analog IDC, yeah, I'm still here doing this because this is still primarily a Linux help channel, even though I do many things. But yeah, if it wasn't for YouTube, it would be a lot tougher. Ben, you were happy in Windows, and that's perfectly acceptable. Too much fun and we forget to do any work. Ha ha ha. Market share value. Well, to a beginner, that's not going to mean really anything about numbers and market share. Hardware support is a Linux strength. Ever tried to get a wireless printer? It's always worked for me. I've had no issues, 0 issues with printers in Windows. I mean, none. I've had them in the past. Not so much lately with HP, but with Windows and wireless printing, yeah, Derek, I have 0 issues. It's not the same. File permissions was a tough one, okay. Lazy Geek Gamer HD. Hello! Lazy Geek Gamer is that channel, okay. I don't get the privacy issue with it as long as they are improving it. Okay, fair enough. That's another issue, or another topic for another video, I suppose. I think Brian Lunduk posted something about that on his Linux Thursday thing. I had to post Ubuntu means humanity towards Ubuntu means invasion of privacy towards others. It's just a joke. I'm just kidding. You can opt out of that, so you don't have to share any information. Unlike Windows 10, old-time users telling you users to read the manual instead of helping them, telling the most. Yeah. Well, that's what I've been doing a lot of years. The number one reason, and I hope it's not as bad today, but in the past, this is probably the number one reason. Not so much Linux being unfriendly, but unfriendly forums, unfriendly conversation, unfriendly advice. I can't think of anything more unfriendly or inhuman than asking for help, and not only not receiving that help, but being treated like, well, being treated like a bug, being treated like garbage. And that's probably the number one reason why Linux sometimes can be painful. You ask for help in whatever capacity, maybe a forum or someone. Not only did you not get the answer, you were treated inhuman. That is not the Linux philosophy. Obviously, it's not my philosophy. I'm assuming it still happens. I haven't noticed it that much lately. Of course, I tend to seek out answers myself. Or maybe I'll ask one of you guys. Alan, what is your take on the Ubuntu community's help? Like Ask Ubuntu, what's your take on it nowadays in general? Are they have they gotten better? Maybe it's never been a problem for newbies asking for help. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't checked lately. Yeah. But Alan, since you deal mostly with Ubuntu, maybe you have a different take on that. But that being said, and I've joked about the next Ubuntu, sharing data. Just turn it off, and you're done. It's still going to be much more private than Windows 10. I crack a joke because that's who I am. But just turn it off, and you'll be fine. I don't think there's anything sinister about that. So, And those are my 5 reasons. Confusion, too many distros, gaming, hardware specific, bugs, and number 1, unfriendly forums. Ubuntu has the friendliest community. That's fine with me, Alan. Yeah, I personally, when I went into Ubuntu Forums, I didn't notice any issues whatsoever. Period. Full stop. 100% agree, Alan. Yeah. You have a low tolerance for nonsense. The only tolerance for nonsense I have is news and nonsense. Other than that, it stops, Alan. So yeah, personally, in the Ubuntu Forums, I haven't been there lately. I've noticed no issues. I posted something last year in the Ubuntu Mate forum. Everybody was friendly. Very nice, quick response. I was treated completely humanely. And that's my experience. But I know some of you, maybe a lot of you in the past in different forums or whatever, it just has not been the case. On this channel, you will always be treated with respect. And other, like channels here on YouTube, on the Ubuntu forums, I haven't noticed any issues, either in the past or even, lately. It could be said that maybe Ubuntu has the friendliest forum. Maybe that's an overstatement. I don't know. But that's my opinion. Some of you in the past have not received the help you've asked for, and you were treated unkindly. And maybe it would, maybe it wasn't in a forum. Maybe it was on a YouTube video. Maybe it was a comment on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, any kind of social media. In the past, and I'm going to try to catch up with your comments here, but in the past, when I've done videos on Windows versus Linux, there was one video that I posted that I just deleted it because it was comparing Windows 7, and Linux. Of course, Windows 7 is not long gone, but now we have Windows 10. But I had hundreds and hundreds of likes and hundreds of dislikes. And you can pick and choose who liked it and who didn't like it. One comment was, "Toss, you nailed it. Exactly why, Windows is better." To the opposite side, "Toss, you have no idea what you're talking about." I mean, it happens. I didn't take it personally, and maybe I could have done a better job explaining it. But some of the comments were rather vicious, not to myself, but to other YouTubers. And I put, it's one thing if the comment is directed to me, that's not friendly. Once you direct it to my followers and my friends, that's where it ends. There is no tolerance. But that being said, I believe in humanity. I believe in the communities. I believe in Alan Pope. Alan Pope he can't run for president. He wasn't born here, but I think you know what I mean. So I'll just leave it at that. All right, let's get to your comments here as quickly as I can. Yeah, they were a-holes to me. Sorry, but they were just awful. So how can anyone classify the Muka as nice and helping? Ben, I don't know. Maybe it's a random thing. Of course, nothing is perfect. I'll have to go with Alan on this one from my past experience. I mean, I haven't monitored it or tested it. I suppose I could test it, meaning log in with a random email with a random name and try it. But I don't, I can't scientifically prove it, but I'll go with Alan on this one. We ban people for sure. We have process of dealing with them. Okay. If you feel it was unfair, it can be escalated and resolved. Okay. Not right now, Pizza. I have 6 computers. I use Linux and Windows on some of them. I was just Spotify Windows using CP Linux. I don't mind paying $100 for Windows. Fair enough, Steven. I've never needed to use the Ubuntu Forums to support, and though it's all good. Okay. All right. They banned you for signing up with multiple accounts on the Ubuntu Forums distro. Alan, how does that work with multiple accounts? I don't know how that works. The reason given that I included a link to a blog I ran at the time, which is funny because they allowed links in the signature. Okay. I too was you were banned. Okay. Alan Pope. It's Alan Pope. The last time I went to the Ask Ubuntu forum, they gave me 3 pages of command line. Whoa. Really? That they said was the only way to fix the problem. Found out another forum. Okay, but see, let me ask you this. Even though the solution wasn't sustainable, were you treated unfriendly? That's my question. Not was it the wrong answer, were you treated, you know, unfriendly? Everyone's experience with Linux is different. Yeah, yeah. Lite, Mint, and Mate, very good. Got banned from the, I have Asperger's and needed help with my installation. Okay. You found the Ubuntu community very helpful, courteous, and ideal. I was on the outskirts, but people were most helpful. Very good, Chris. Merry Melodies fan person. I've never been on any of the forums of any Linux distro. Needless to say, I can understand that people sometimes get involved in problems. Okay. Yeah, low tolerance for nonsense. That's how I feel. I'm hoping that those kinds of shenanigans are less today and they will not be tolerated on anybody's forum. I certainly don't tolerate it here, period. You know, it's one thing if we crack a joke and then move on, but to treat someone without respect, you know, there's enough of hatred going on in the world. We don't need to contribute to that anymore, in my opinion. Ben, let me ask you this. When you ask for help, maybe did you put something in the question, but by the way, I have Asperger's, so please be patient with me. If it's not too much trouble, just be, I mean, or something like that. Maybe that would have helped. I mean, I don't know. It's just a thought. Marcus Aurelius, 23, from Manchester, UK. Welcome. Love Marcus Aurelius. I love the Roman history. If this is your first time, Marcus, welcome. We have a custom here on the show. Anybody new? Everybody must say hello to Marcus Aurelius 23. Come on, give it up. Tons of friendliness here to go around. Welcome, Marcus. I think it's your first time. If not, everybody say hello anyway. DistroTube is teaching us. What are you teaching us? Yes, I was treated poorly. They treated me like it was beneath them to deal with the problem, a problem that several others were also having, though one was providing help for. Okay, fair enough. Tim F. My philosophy is that there's only 9 or 10 mean people in the world. They move around a lot, but they're out there. Okay. Oh, those rotten apples spoil the world bunch. No, you didn't say that, Ben. What did I miss? Sorry about that. Finally got the fix on a Fedora forum for a Ubuntu problem. Hey, now that's the perfect example of help. You went to a different forum, the incorrect forum for help, but you got the correct answer. Awesome. Awesome. That is the Linux philosophy. Help him out if you can, even if he's in the wrong place. Isn't that correct, Alan? Of course it is. Yes, everybody say hello to Marcus. Come on, cough it up. Come on. You think that sometimes the people within the forums get tired of answering the same question. Yeah, but that's probably why they act. You can still take a few seconds and be nice. Come on, it won't give you a bug or a virus. Be nice. Okay? Help the person to move on. Period. But that's true with anything in life. That's how I see it. DistroTube, Fedora forums are great. One of the better ones. Okay. Debian forums, and you guys know I love Debian. On the opposite side of the spectrum, the Debian forums, okay? I've not used strict Debian lately, or their forums. In addition, they probably think that some people asking legitimate questions are purposely annoying them. That is no excuse to be mean, in my opinion. Excuse me. DistroTube has taught me that at my age I don't have enough time to install and update a Gen 2 system. Okay, fair enough. See, how we conduct here on this chat is the perfect example of being friendly, a perfect example of the Linux philosophy. You know, we have different views with different results, forums, but we're not, you know, we're not being mean to each other or yelling at each other, as it were, screaming at each other, because in the end it doesn't work, right? Solutions work, period. Pizza, if you want to tell us a joke, go ahead. I said what I had to say. I just want to make sure that I said what I had to say, and people, you know, get their thoughts in. But yes, you can share us a joke, Pizza, sure. Alan, if I may ask, what are your thoughts, personal thoughts, if you're allowed to share, on the data sharing opt-in opt-in feature? If you can, share a few thoughts, positive and or negative, or maybe you have both thoughts. Okay, I agree, Toss. I think there's no need to be mean, even if it's a question that has been answered many times. Sure, it doesn't fix the issue, does it? LJ Pellegrino is in the house. Welcome, welcome. Think about it for a second. Let's say that someone comes to a forum, and for some reason that question has been asked 457 times. Let's be purely logical about this. Shall I choose love or choose hate? Shall I choose war or shall I choose peace? Pure logic. Pick one. That's something I would summarize in a YouTube comment. Okay, Alan, fair enough. Fair enough. Has been overbuilt? Probably so, Alan. Yeah. My thinking is, my personal thinking. Dustin and Will were interviewed on the Linux Unplugged podcast. Okay, I'll have to take a listen. Alan, when is the Ubuntu podcast coming back? Is that next month, Alan? I miss you guys. You, Marty, and the rest. Linux Unplugged. Got it. Recommend listening. Okay, guys, so there you go. Check out the Linux Unplugged podcast for more thoughts on the next Ubuntu. Rather than people who made up their own agenda. Fair enough. My personal thoughts as a dual booter, that option shouldn't be there. However, it's not that big a deal. Turn it off. It's one switch, right, Alan? It's either one check or uncheck mark, Alan. If I'm wrong, correct me. But I believe with the next Ubuntu, that data sharing feature, you just don't check it and you remain private. You don't have that option in Windows 10. You can make Windows 10 a little more private, but there's no master switch. So Alan, correct me. In the next Ubuntu, there is a master switch to turn off for data sharing, which is fantastic. And there you have it. Controversy solved. So maybe it is being blown out of proportion. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Ubuntu podcast. So, guys, check that out. Leaving in 30 minutes to watch Switch to Linux. Okay, Pizza. I think when a question is asked, some assume you know how to use the command line in the terminal, not if you're coming from Windows. The terminal can scare a lot of people. I've often joked that my favorite terminal is the Orlando International Airport. But once you get used to it, it's not that difficult. Okay, Ben, it hasn't been implemented yet. Fair enough. What's your opinion on the spying coming from someone who works for an article? It's not spying. Or yeah, it's not. You can't really say it's spying as it is, say, more with Windows 10, but they were just being somewhat sneaky about it. People complain about an invasion of privacy with the system data collection in Ubuntu. Then the very next minute they are logging into their Facebook account. Boy, ain't that the truth. Well, here's my philosophy. You want privacy? Stick with Linux. But once you get on the web, forget about privacy. You know. We already collect crash reports via airport when a user approves. Useful for fixing bugs. Yes. Yes. Users don't file bugs, but they are happy sharing crash reports. We look at those and fix bugs. Yeah. So Alan, if I may ask, if that feature is finalized in the next Ubuntu, what exactly is being shared? And I'm not saying what's being spied. That's not what that is not what I'm. But what exactly is being shared? Obviously, crash reports, right? We may have to come back to this issue of you know, privacy versus security. Is it spying? Is it not spying? Are you really secure on the web? Facebook? Yeah. Tim F, the whole Ubuntu deal, just do what's appropriate for you and move on. At least you were warned way in advance. Yes, that is true. It wasn't hidden. You can turn it off. Yes. Okay, Alan, fair enough. Linux Unplugged explained it then. We should all go there and take a listen. Alan, are you happy with the progress in general for the next Ubuntu in terms of the new GNOME desktop? I'm not talking about the data share. I'm just talking about the OS in general. I know there are daily builds. I haven't taken a look at it. Is it getting better? Is it getting maybe a little bit smoother to use, faster, maybe easier? Or is it too early to tell? Yeah, Steven, once you get on the web, man, I don't think you can have the privacy that you want. That's just the reality of the brave new world, in my opinion. And that's with anything. Windows, Ubuntu, Linux, Mac, Chrome. Once you get on the web, man, it's tough to stay private. It really is. The new theme for 18.04 is looking awesome. Cool. So the daily, Alan, did the current daily build for Ubuntu is good enough to test? So the stories of Unity being that are, yeah, well, it's not being officially supported or made by Canonical, but yes, Unity is not sayonara. May have to take a look at 18.04. Alan, what's the minimum requirement for RAM usage? for 18.04? Do you know offhand? I know you can never have enough. There's no such thing as too much RAM, but just out of curiosity. I know Switch to Linux, I think, is doing something at 7. Somebody mentioned, so I'll probably get off at 7 o'clock just to let you guys. I don't know what his topic is, but if you haven't already, check out the collaboration, the new show between myself and Switch to Linux called Life in Linux. We did one last week. It turned out pretty good, so check it out. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't to our respective channels. And support the channels if you can. I believe Switch to Linux uses Patreon. I use PayPal. Check the links below in the show notes. If you would like to sponsor a future live event, just go through PayPal and pick a topic. Alan says, no idea your laptop has 64 gigs. Ah, so you power the Starship Enterprise. Got it. Got it. You can never have enough RAM, right, Alan? Alan, we'll have to do podcasts, me, you, and Martin. Tell him the New Yorker says so. Don't make me call Sicily, Alan, okay? Don't make me call Uncle Guido. No, but seriously, when you guys have time, Alan and Marty, let's get together for a fair discussion on Ubuntu, Linux, and privacy and all that. Just maybe like a 30-minute podcast, and I think the community would like to get perspective for myself, a Windows user, and you folks out in the UK. I think that would be awesome. So yeah, don't make me call Sicily, okay? 20 gigs. Well, this is the beauty of Linux. I'm running Ubuntu Mate on my test machine with just 4 gigs of RAM. That's it. It's a Lenovo that plays nicey with Linux, with Ubuntu. So yeah, Alan, what's the best way to reach you, if I may ask? Wait, the time at you from my bed. Okay, I would have to agree. Cool. Or take your tinfoil hat off. Okay. Oh my. Alan, shoot me an email at note2note@yahoo.com. Just like it sounds, note2note@yahoo.com. The best way to reach you, what days and times, we'll go from there. Oh, alan@poby.com. Got it. Okay, fair enough. So you are currently, Alan, I lost track. Are you 5 hours ahead of me or 6 hours ahead right now? It is currently my time 6:40 p.m. I know I should not use Yahoo anymore. I know, I've got so... Okay, it is time to roast toast. Is it 1990? Hey, I love the 90s. I used to live in Orlando, Florida, which was awesome. Florida, what? Oh God, I'm gonna take a beating today. Fair enough. Yes, I still have a Netscape install CD here somewhere. 2340. Okay, got it. So you are about 5 hours ahead. Okay. Mosaic. I know you, Yahoo, as I cracked a joke. One of the last year's news and nonsense. Yahoo was hacked, something with their cookies or something, and I cracked a joke. And I tried to warn these guys, stop using cookies. You have to use cheesecake because cookies just don't cut it anymore. I've actually looked into other emails like Zoho Mail, Alan, and if you're the ProtonMail. And there's one more that seems more secure than others. I can't think of it. I think I gave Alan a heart attack when I said Yahoo. Oh, man. A Prodigy, one of my first web shenanigans, web excursions was Prodigy. Gecko the Lizard, yeah, sure. That was in the 90s. This was before the internet exploded. So, yeah. And absolutely, I remember the 90s. Now, I bet Switch to Linux uses Yahoo Mail. Or not. Yep. CompuServe, I remember that. Absolutely. Hi Tom, hi Switched. Yep, CompuServe. There was one called Earthlink. I think I got one of their shirts. Not just Alan, we got a shock with Yahoo. Oh my. Switched, since you're more into the secure thing, is Yahoo, has it gotten better? Or are they still a complete security mess? I kept it because a lot of my friends already have the address and I don't feel like telling them I've switched. Trumpet Windsock was your first way to connect to the internet. Wow. Okay. What exactly was Mosaic? That rings a bell, but honestly, top of my head, I'm not sure what it is. Yeah. I don't remember. But Earthlink I remember. Prodigy. Oh, what was the other one? Netscape. AOL, of course. AOL is still around. You've got mail. But see, with Windows is, you got viruses. Ha ha. Oh my goodness, they were hacked again. In fact, I think they were hacked again, being that this week I have received spam with links. Oh, I haven't noticed anything weird switched. Yeah. Of course, I only use Yahoo very occasionally. I usually stick with Gmail, Zoho Mail. Yeah. Outlook, Microsoft, but yeah. Jason, you have a Yahoo account, but as only a junk spam email. Okay. Mosaic was one of the first browsers. Okay, maybe that's why I don't remember it. Okay. NetZero, yes. Yeah, that was another one, Gecko. Internet Explorer was based on that. Ah, okay. Links. Oh, I remember Links, Chris. They're still around? Cool. Awesome. Very good. As I mentioned, check out the Life in Linux show I did with Switch to Linux a few days ago. Links. Boy, the good old days of the early web. It was so cool. When I first connected, I bought my first computer. I told my friend, hey, dude, I want to test this. Send me an email. I got the email. Cool, it works. I mean, those were the days. Oh, man. You still use links. Great if you don't need graphics video. Okay. Check out, if you haven't, I think it's ProtonMail? Yeah, ProtonMail.com. Thing is, it's so secure I signed up and I forget my freaking password. But check it out. This one was recommended. Encrypted email account, since we're on the topic of emails. That one's good. Check out Zoho Mail. Links are still updated. Okay, cool. Vatai. Hi! I believe that is somebody new to the chat. Everybody please say hello to Vatai. Welcome, Vatai. Kagan, hello. Hello, Vitai. What Linux do you use? ProtonMail. Oh, what's the other one? I can't remember. Maybe you guys can offer some suggestions. Lynx is the oldest web browser still in development. Wow. Okay. Kagan, you use ProtonMail. Very, very good. Start mail as an email. Jason, I don't know too much about it. I believe I've heard of it. Yeah, everybody say hello to Vitai. Come on, cough it up. Come on. Come on, guys. We've been talking about being friendly here. Come on. Where are you from, Vitai? Linux Gamer in Puerto Rico. Hola. Welcome, Linux Gamer. I guess you're from Puerto Rico. Linux Gamer, ¿Qué Linux para usted? I know my Spanish is rusty. ¿Te gusta Ubuntu? ¿Te gusta Ubuntu Mate? Linux Mint? Vitai, don't be shy. Tell us what you use. If you want to. You don't have to. Oh, now you guys got me thinking. List of secure email providers. Let's see if this works. Let's try this. I like this one. Pushmail. Hush, hush. Hola, the electricity's still flaky. Oh yeah, because of the storm. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. You use Ubuntu very well. But I use Parrot. Okay. Yeah, the Switch will be streaming at 7. I'll probably get off around that time or so. I mean, if we have enough people here, I'll stick around. But once again, don't forget to check out the Life in Linux 2 with me and Switched. My Spanish is not as good as my... Da, comrade. Da. I wanted to talk to Alan in Russian. But the Terminator said no. Good to be here. Anyway. Hi, Sneaky. Fat Elvis is in the house. Oh, you're in from the US. Okay. Pushmail requires phone number. Well, then it's not Hush, is it? You are welcome, Vitai. Welcome, welcome. Well, since I got this up. Well, obviously ProtonMail. I should write down. ¿Qué es eso? Okay. Puerto Rico está a big mess. Like I said, my Spanish is rust. I voted for Trump. No, Kagan. No, comrade. I do not vote for Trump. Or as I say in Germany, will you vote for Mr. Trump? Yeah, Sneaky. Wahoo! Boy, we have the elite of the Linux crowd tonight. We have Alan. We have Sneaky Linux. I am honored, gentlemen. Thank you. Austrian accent. Well, there are Germans in Austria, Jay. There's the Austrian accent with Arnold. Switch does a pretty good accent. 9mm. I could do a Spanish. Hey, you know, man, my name is Tony Montana, man. Pick up a few loads, pick up a few Linux distros, you'll be in good shape, okay? Puerto Rico está destruido todavía. Totally destruct, yes. I've never been there, but it is a beautiful place from what I see on Travel Channel, Linux Gamer. That might Puerto Rico. It may be a few years before it is fixed, cleaned up. What a mess! I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see here. All right, so ProtonMail. Looks like some cons. CounterMail. Only encrypted emails are stored on CounterMail servers. Okay. Cons. Not the easiest and friendliest secure emails. How can an email not be easy? I've never heard of that. Oh, it's free for only 1 week. Oh, okay, alright. Pushmail. Yeah. Yeah, Linux Gamer Puerto Rico. The weather there is always still a hurricane. La tormenta. Sí. Es verdad. Mail fence. Little online storage is a con. Must enter an existing email. Cannot send encrypted. Okay, let's pros and cons. Tutta nota. All notes. Tutta nota. Sounds Italian. Or is that Spanish? Tutta nota. All tutta nota emails are encrypted from sender to receiver. Okay. Apps for iOS and Android. Okay. Supports sending only plain text emails, not a problem there. Aliases not supported. Email rules are only supported in paid accounts. Cannot import, does not support IMAP. I don't know, guys. Of the list I see here, I would say try ProtonMail. Yeah, that's the one I would choose, at least from this list. Need to go, dog wants dinner. Very well. Hard to use email. Are the KDE developers behind this email? I do not know. Clive. Linux is painful. It's not clickbait. I should. Okay. To be fair, I should have said Linux is sometimes painful for beginners. You know, such as picking the wrong distro, such as picking Gentoo as your first Linux. That would be painful. You know, yeah. You know, not knowing how to install, how to solve a problem. You know, bugs you can't solve. You know, trouble hooking up a printer. You know, the last 4 to 5 years, Linux in general has made leaps and bounds into the non-painful region. I mean, really, it's freaking awesome. You know, if you pick the right distribution. So Linux can sometimes be painful, but it's gotten way better. Alright, forget about it. It was clickbait, Alan. Okay, you forced me to tell the truth. Jeez. JKP73. Ouch, it hurts. Were you using Arch? Like Vati says, Arch is painful. Bernal C, use Rust. Picking a fight with a fanboy. That is, yeah, Switch. Picking a fight with fanboys can be painful. Oh, some of the comments in the past by trolls were something. I should have saved all of those. You know, but I've kind of moved on. I've tried to move completely away from Windows, but I start IT class this fall and I'll be learning more advanced Windows tricks. So I'll figure out what I want to be. I need to know. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. wrap it up here shortly. Why don't we check the Ubuntu blogosphere real quick. What's on the news? See if anything pops up. Ubuntu versus Linux Mint. Which distro is best for your business? Why Ubuntu, of course. Haha. This may be unfair, Alan, but this title kind of made me laugh. Ubuntu wants to slurp PC's vital statistics, even location. Oh my. Talk about clickbait, right? Or maybe not, I don't know. You broke Fedora by installing Java. Couldn't get it out. TTY1, so I'm going back. Look for a new distro. Try Ubuntu Mate. Ubuntu Mate. Try it. I would say try Ubuntu, but then that's not going to be finalized till April for 18.04. So in the meantime, try Ubuntu Mate. I think you'll like it. Arch might be painful. It's beautifully simple. Same time, flexible. Yep. It is flexible. You have complete control. That is true. A couple years ago, you guys voted Arch the #1 distro in general. Alan, you're sitting up in bed making snaps? No kidding. Nice. Is that lime, orange, grape, or cherry slurp? In the summertime, I like cherry ices. You know, whatever they're called. Slurp, yeah. Grab a grape. Yes, grape, yeah. For the first time you tried it, blew up your brand new monitor. No, wait. Alan, is it possible for Linux to blow up a monitor? That is true, Alan. 16.04, yes, I forgot about that. So, Vatai, if you want to try Ubuntu, you can try the 16.04. Heck, try both. Try Ubuntu Mate and Ubuntu 16.04. You may like both. I don't know. I like Sneaky. I don't think it would be Linux blowing up your monitor, pal, mate. But see, New Yorker would say, "Hey, Clive, you use freaking Linux to blow up your monitor. What's your freaking problem, eh?" Oh man, yeah. Switch, you're starting your live stream. So, if you guys want to jump off here, be my guest. Yes. It jacked up a refresh rate and it burned out. Wow. I have never heard of that. Alan, have you? Yes, 14.04 is also supported. It jacked up and burned it out. Huh. I don't know about that. Cherry Ice, a good Eskimo exotic dancer name. Cherry Ice, yes, Cherry Icy, of course. I guess you can watch both of us, Logan, yeah. Let's go to Linux today and see what's up. Old CRT monitor, okay. Still, that's kind of bizarre. But I guess anything is possible, I don't know. There you go, Logan. 2 for the price of 1. Dual live streams. There you go. I like snaps. I have and app images. The latest Kden Live, and this I'm running as an app image. From an app image, it seems fine. It seems actually to run better. Yeah, Vatai. Ubuntu Mate is awesome. Yeah. Let's see if anything here catches my eye. Bang & Olufsen, there's a name I haven't heard in a while. VidCutter. Purism's Linux phone to use convergence. Ooh, I've heard that before. Convergence. Let's see. You could install Ubuntu offline. They removed that in collection packages. Okay. Alright. Honestly, I would just uncheck that function, that feature, and I'm done with it. Yeah. Before I forget, Alan, you said Linux Unplugged. Is that correct? Mandrake, floppy disks, the movie Convergence, yeah. I won't play this now, but let's see. Is it the latest one, Alan? Talking about the Ubuntu data collection thingy? February 20th. The latest one. Okay, got it. Okay, I won't play it now, but okay. Thank you, Ellen. I will check it maybe later tonight, while I'm in bed, not creating snaps. Atomic Neon Kool-Aid. Heroin? Heron. I thought for a second he said heroin. I'm like, hey man, forget heroin, man. You gotta take freaking ludes, man. Forget heroin. That stuff will kill you, man. Jeez. Maybe it's time for my coffee. Still have a live CD of the Ubuntu with their really nice bird wallpaper. Yeah, I remember that. Sure. Hardy Heron? Hardy Heron. That's it. Right, yeah, Hardy Heron. I remember that. Warthog CD, yeah. I love the new title coming up for Ubuntu, Bionic Beaver. It sounds so adultish. Yeah. Anyway. My first Linux date was with Ubuntu. I think it was Hardy Heron. Heron, if I recall. And I've been stuck ever since. It was love at first Linux. Ubuntu. Who would have thunk it? Alright, so we'll be wrapping this up soon. Once again, music is from the YouTube audio library. Here is a playlist. It's free download. Check out the YouTube audio library, and they are labeled. The ones that are new are labeled to the left. They just say new. Yeah. Collection of those CDs, happy memories. I agree. Bionic runs quite. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. The daily image of the latest Ubuntu. I guess you still have a choice, right, between Wayland or Zorg in Ubuntu. I wonder if Wayland will ever be, like, production ready, you know, finalized. It's been years. Okay, see. Okay. Catch you on the next one. Take care. First, Ubuntu was Breezy Badger, right? If I recall. I remember the names. How can I forget? My favorite all-time Linux distribution name was by Fedora years ago. And me and Spatry talked about it on the Sunday night nonsense, news nonsense. It was called Beefy Miracle. Default is Zorg. Very good. Okay. You can enable Wayland. Okay. Is there any advantage, Sneaky, to using Wayland over Zorg right now? I don't know. Beefy Miracle. You like hot dogs? Yeah, I like hot dogs too. Yeah. See, like anyone installs off a CD these days. I don't. Probably not. I know. I like New York. The New York style curvy hot dogs, the foot-long hot dogs. Oh, forget about it. You know, with mustard and onions, sauteed onions. You know, with, oh man. Jeez, you eat a couple of those, man, it'll knock you out for the rest of the day. See what I'm saying? I miss New York. And the pizza. Oh, forget about that. The pizza in New York is awesome. Yeah. Yep, hot dogs, maybe a chili dog. Yeah, a little bit of chili. A little bit of sauteed onions. Maybe just a dab of hot sauce. Yeah. I know, man. Now I'm starting to, you know, we always, seems like we tend to gravitate towards food on these shows. I don't know if it's because I'm Italian or anyway. Sneaky, you gotta go finish Code Club stuff now, man. As for Wayland, not for me personally, but gotta get these. Okay, Sneaky. Adios, amigo. We're making, it's Alan's fault? No, it was DistroTube's fault for making us hungry. So they see us, Sneaky. I know what Sneaky's gonna do. He's gonna go off and have himself a snack. He just won't admit to it. Distro need to mayonnaise on the, are you freaking nuts? Mayonnaise on a hot dog? No, no. I mean, really forget about that. Forget about it. No, that's where I draw the line. Maybe some ketchup, maybe, but mayonnaise, no. DistroTube, that freaking stuff will kill you, man. Jeez. Do you know what I would do? Take away the mayo, you sprinkle some ludes, and you'll be in good shape, man. No, I have not tried mayonnaise on a hot dog. Sometimes on a hamburger, I'll mix ketchup and mayonnaise and some seasoned salt on a hamburger, but that's as far as I go. Sometimes in the morning, I'll make scrambled eggs, toast, you know, with some mayonnaise. Maybe I'll do that, and some seasoned salt. Yeah. Yep, mustard and chili, absolutely. Maybe on the next one. Why hot dogs can be painful. Painful if you eat too many of them. Mayo ketchup, there we go. Yeah, absolutely. Are hot dogs popular in Puerto Rico, Linux Gamer? Yeah, I know. Chili dogs, they are freaking awesome. Might have to make some tomorrow. I do have cans of chili. You can cook that in the microwave and cook the hot dog and pour it on top of the chili. Maybe sprinkle some hot sauce. Yeah. Ah, it is. They are. Okay, Linux Gamer. Very good. Do a lot of people use Windows 10 in Puerto Rico? What about Mac? Is there an Apple store there? Dill relish. I don't use it that much. I do not. I'm just catching this news item on the ticker. 23 attorneys general refile challenge to FCC net neutrality repeal. Well, good for them. Let's send them all a chili dog. How's that? Lasagna. Yeah, I love lasagna. I can microwave lasagna. I think Stouffer's makes a good one. Yeah. 99%, and there is a Mac and Windows store. Very good. Nearly half of parents worry their child is addicted to mobile devices. No, really? They just figured that out, huh? Very good. Linux Gamer Puerto Rico. Nice. Alright, so this will be the last call for comments. I'm going to wrap this up here shortly. I wanted to thank everybody for stopping by, especially Alan from the UK. Yes, we'll have to get together for a podcast. Alan, is the weekend better for you than the weekday, or does it really matter? Yeah, it's past midnight, Alan. Yes. You need to get to bed and rest your kernels. Rest your snaps. Turn into a pumpkin. Pumpkin OS, why not? Alan, always a pleasure having you on here. A joy. We'll have to chat for real soon. And yeah, if we can get Martin on at the same time, that would be awesome. Whenever? Okay. Alright, I'll just keep in mind that you are 5 hours ahead, I think. Yeah, figure it out over email. Okay, Alan, sounds good. Sounds good, thank you. Switched mentioned Pornhub on his stream. I think I need to check out what he's doing. Got a SPC called Latte Panda. I tried installing Ubuntu server, but it wouldn't install network drivers. Read the flash drive. That's not good. Good night, Alan. Everybody say good night to Alan, Mr. UK Ubuntu himself. See you next time, Alan. Have a good evening. Alright, any final comments for this evening? Any final thoughts on Linux being painful, not painful, a little bit painful, not as bad, very painful, Linux sucks, Windows so sucks, or whatever? Yeah, because I'm just about done for this topic again. Thank you everybody who joined on the stream. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't, support the channel if you can. I'm going to start, one final thing, I'm going to start uploading to archive.org the audio files MP3, transcode this video to an audio file for download. Someone had asked about audiobooks. I'm not sure if I want to take the time to do audiobooks and sell them. But if you would like to have this stream on the go if you missed it or want to share it as an MP3 file, I'll have a link starting with the last one, which was Windows Wednesday. Yeah, just check out the link below. It's on the archive.org. The download is free. There's no password or anything in the spirit of free and open source and all that. The download is free, but if you like what you hear, consider maybe, donating $1 or whatever you like to help support the channel. Not just for the podcast, but for the channel in general. Been doing this for 8 years. I would love to continue doing this. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. Have a good one, Merry Melodies fan. I'll catch you on the next one. Okay, so let me go ahead and end the music. Let me get out of these links. Final thoughts. Alright. Okay, guys. I am done. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.